Hey folks, another quick video from Daddy Rabbit. I'm on my way home from the big city of Knoxville, Tennessee. I came down to visit some friends today. Had a whole bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about and get all deep and serious, and after I thought about it a while, I decided I wouldn't do it. There's enough doom and gloom in this world. Who gives a shit, really? It's Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm not going to say happy holidays. Merry Christmas. So if that offends you, I do not care. But I got to hang out with a childhood friend of mine I've known since the first grade. Lord, I guess I've known him 49 years. And we're pushing 50 this year. And had a good time. I've been sick most of the day, but I came down, got my hair cut, got a shave, hung out with my buddy. We got to eat lunch together, and we were riding through the neighborhood and where we grew up. Now, he still lives in the neighborhood, and we were talking about this house and that house and who lived there and all that. And you look back, and some people's childhood is just great. Mine, I can't say mine was horrible. It could have been better, but I mean, it wasn't horrible. But you look around, I look around and I see things, and as you get older, either stuff looks really good as you talk about things, back in the day, or it doesn't. And I look around, and like I said, I was born and raised in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I hate coming here. I do. I mean, all my friends still live here, and I think I got a little bit of family that lives here, because most of my family is dead now, but I don't enjoy coming home. I don't. I always say I'm an orphan. I've got siblings. We just don't speak. But I got a brother. He used to say, and he lives out of state, he said, when he's coming into Knoxville, he'd always say it gets him pissed. And I used to laugh about it. I didn't understand it. And now that I live out of town, when I come back, I get pissed too. I hate it. Can't stand it. People here can't drive. God, they can't drive. People can't drive no matter where, but there's more people here that can't drive. It just blows my mind. And you look around and things change. Houses are torn down. They build something else, or they tear down a building and build a new building. And on one hand, I saw things today that me and my buddy used to carry newspapers, and I carried. Well, back then, our routes were about probably a mile long, but we carried two streets parallel, and I'd say it's about 2 miles. And back in the day, we're probably 12 or 13. We rode our bikes. We probably made $75, $80 a week. Carried 105, 110 papers, and that's the first job I ever had. And the reason I ended up with it was I always wanted leather high top tennis shoes, and my dad would buy like Converse. I don't know what they're made out of, cloth or whatever. And I wanted to wear Nikes or Pumas or whatever it was back in the day. So he told me to get a paper route if I wanted to buy $80 shoes. So I had one. And but as I was thinking about my childhood, nothing really stands out where I go, man, that's great. I so enjoyed that, And I'll leave this on as long as I can see. I look back and I think, my buddy and I, he'd say, oh, do you remember that? I don't remember shit about my childhood. Very, very little. Very little. And I'd say, no, I don't remember this or I don't remember that. And today, all day, I've been sick as a dog. Not like I got the flu or anything. I just don't feel well. been real dizzy and stuff. And I guess the best part of my day is I got to hang out with my buddy. And we went to elementary, junior high, and high school together. We were at Cub Scouts together, Boy Scouts together. Then after Boy Scouts, he went in the band and I did something else. But we've stayed friends all these years. And we used to be in a prepper group together. And you know, and we're tight. You know, he knows stuff about me that there's not another soul on this planet knows. And that's cool. And it's rare. I can't see shit. Hold on a minute. It's rare that you have a friend that long and you stay tight. And we are tight. We don't necessarily, even now, I mean, we don't really, he's got 3 daughters and he's married. I'm no longer married. Our lives are different. But if he called me and said, I'm rolling. I mean, it wouldn't matter to me where I was, what I was doing. I'd be there. And he's done the same for me. But I got to spend today with my friend, and I think it means more to me now because, you know, I'm not healthy like I used to be. And I told him today, I said, today would be a good day to kick the bucket. I feel like shit. And people say, oh, you got a death wish. And I don't. Once you reach a certain age, if you're not going to feel good, you just soon not. And I just soon not, you know. In my mind, I'm still a kid. I'm still 20, you know. But my body is not. So today, you know, we're out running around. I'm like, man, that chick's hot, you know. And he's like, you're a dirty old man. And I'm like, what, dude? He's like, she's 20-something. I'm like, I don't care. You know, because in my mind, I'm still that 20-year-old dude. If that makes me a dirty old man, then, well, I guess I am. But, no, I don't know what this video is really about. I'm just sharing my day. I don't put up content like I used to, and I know that. I am really not a content creator anymore. I just don't. I don't care enough to do it on a regular basis. I'm not going to do it on doom and gloom. I talked to a guy today that had a friend of mine's brother they used to play Xbox with. And he said, do you do prepping videos anymore? And I said, no, I don't. But it's, I mean, if somebody said, hey, do a video on such and such, I'm going to do it. But, you know, I think people just get caught up. I don't know. I really don't know what this video is about. I'm sorry. I felt compelled to do one. I call them videos. They're all lives. I don't do videos anymore. I just turn it on and do a live. But I don't know. Today was just different. And I just wanted to get on and talk for a minute. I was telling a Partisan Comms group. He started doing a podcast. It's Partisan Comms Podcast, and he puts it on Spotify. And I did his first one. I think he's done 4. He's done 5 now. And I told him, I said, if you stay a creator any length of time, it becomes therapy. And like today, I'm doing this, and I just got shit on my mind, and I just want to get on here and let it out, you know. And for people that are creators, it's therapy for us. Even my ex-wife said that. She said it's like therapy for you, you know. Might be, I guess. Shit, that's a tractor trailer over there. I don't want to hit that. I will be leaving the world. But no, we were riding around the neighborhood today and talking about this house and who used to live there. And see, it's like when my buddy talks to me. So I lived on, I'm not gonna say what street, but I lived at the top of the hill. He lived at the bottom where we lived, and we lived opposite sides of the block. He lived 2 streets down from me. And he'll say, oh, you remember old so? I don't, those were his neighbors. I don't remember. Because, you know, I didn't know who they were. Let you see that race car. Hold on a minute. It says, drive it like you stole it. if I can get up there close to it. You can see it. That's what it says. Drive it like you stole it. Oh shit! My bad. Let me turn. But there you go. I don't know. Most of y'all that watch my channel still are between 40 and 60-ish. I don't know if you feel the same way, you know, when you go home. You still enjoy it? Or if you still live there and you look around, you still enjoy it? I don't. You know, I hate it. I really do. And my buddy still lives in his childhood home. And, you know, like when my mom died, my dad was there, and he couldn't stay by himself, so we sold the house, and he moved in with a sister, and then died. I don't know where he died, to be honest, because I didn't have anything to do with him at that point. But yeah, and he lives where he was raised, and I guess that's cool to a point. He raised his kids there, and like I say, he's got 3 daughters, and they're all out on their own now. Well, I think one's married, 2 are single. Big deal. But yeah, but I got to spend the day with him, and all day long I felt rough. I still feel rough. These people cannot drive. I wish people would learn how to drive when they got a car. It is so bad. Lord have mercy. I don't know how they stay alive as long as they do. Natural selection and all. Usually, you know, if you're stupid, natural selection will get you, but I guess they're just more stupid people than people with common sense. Because I'm surrounded by idiots right now. I've been evil all day. But, so anyway, when y'all watch this video, you know, post up your comments, you know, and tell me what it is to go home, what it's like, you know. I don't enjoy it anymore. I really don't. I enjoy coming in and seeing my buddies. I got a buddy, it's a barber, and of course when I come into town, I go by and he skins me. And I've never been a real hairy dude, you know, like facial hair. But now I've gotten older. I walked in, he said, "You look like shit." I said, "I do." I said, "You care?" And I've never asked him. I said, "Would you care to cut this trash off my face?" He said, "No." But he was telling me before I left, he said, "You look bad." And I said, "I feel bad." And where he doesn't see me a lot, I mean, I'm rough. And for the life of me, I don't know what's wrong. The doctors keep saying, "Oh, you're this, or you're that." It's like they don't want to. I think doctors take the easy way out. Oh, it's this or it's that. I'm like, damn, dude. You know, do a little investigating, because most of the time, whatever they're saying it is, I think, well, that's a load of shit. You know, I know better now. But I'm gonna turn this off. Sorry. But for the rest of you, I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and be with somebody you love. If you got anybody, if you don't, you're like me. It's just gonna be another day. But it's the Lord Jesus' birthday, and that's the way I look at it. It's not the commercial shit we've made it, you know. It's about Jesus Christ. So rejoice. And if you don't have anybody, enjoy your own company. Don't get all depressed and I'm going to off myself. That's so stupid. Look, it's the Lord's birthday, but it's Monday. It's Monday. You know, hell, everybody I love, everybody that I truly love is in the ground. And that's just the way it is. Now listen, I say that. My mom died in 2008. It took me a long time to shake that. I would hide on Thanksgiving, Christmas, Mother's Day. I'd hide. I would. Like when I was married, I'd tell my wife, "Go do what you're going to do, but leave me alone." And she would. I'm thankful for that. But now, you know, it's like, yep, she's dead. Ain't nothing I can do about it. I mean, I even looked at it that way, after it happened, but I still got sad. I don't get sad anymore. It is what it is. One day it'll be my turn. One day it'll be your turn. But we all kick the bucket eventually. I originally planned on living forever, but I don't think that's going to happen. And that sucks because I was gonna be here for a couple thousand years, but I don't think I'm gonna make it. But keep prepping, and stay positive. Do what you got to do. Don't get all depressed. Ain't no reason in it. You can be depressed. So my buddy, he had 3 cousins that I grew up with, 2 girls and a boy. I talked to one of the girls. I hadn't talked to her in 40 years. I talked to her a while back. She said, "Oh, my mama died. Oh, boo-hoo, she died." I get it. I do. I get it. She's like, "I just can't live." Oh, give me a break. It sucks. I promise. When your parents die, either you love them both, or you love one more, or you don't love them, whatever. But when they die, they die. It's just the way it is. And I don't know whose headlight that is back here, but I can't get away from it. I'm sorry. Don't be depressed. I mean, it's just, we all go. There's just nothing you can do about it. And people want to, like I say, they want to off themselves. Oh, I'm so depressed. Well, you weren't that depressed today, so why are you going to be depressed on whatever day? That's stupid. All you're doing is feeling sorry for yourself. And I get it. But the other 364 days weren't bad enough for you to put a bullet in your grape. Christmas ain't enough reason. Now, I tell you what, if you want to be depressed, if you live in Tennessee or you live where there's a Cracker Barrel, that's the reason to be depressed. They're going to be closed on Christmas. And now that I live by myself, I don't do the big fancy, I don't. So I can't even go to Cracker Barrel. So I'm about to eat at Waffle House. Now I'm depressed. That's enough to piss you off. But it is what it is, It's all good. There's plenty of shit in this world to be down about. And that ain't one of them. Just unless you just want to feel sorry for yourself. If you do, then wear it out, but just another day. I mean, I'm gonna give thanks that our Lord Jesus Christ, that was his birthday, and I'm gonna give thanks, but and then that's it. I'm gonna turn this off. I think I got Popo behind me, and they're not gonna be understanding. Not many people around here roll down the road doing a live on YouTube with their lights on, their inside lights on. I'd say they'd frown on that. I don't know if pretty sure there's a law against that, I think. Either way, I don't want to get stroked a ticket. There's a lot of stuff I'd like to do content on, but YouTube is still censor us. If you say the wrong things, they'll stick it in your ass as a creator. So I just don't. Hang in there, and we all know how we're going to vote next time. And if our boy don't go in, then I guess I'd say this country will burn to the ground, and that might be a good thing. I've waited. So I live in the Central Time Zone. I'm in Eastern right now, and I waited 7 o'clock here. What's up, Pat? Hey, I liked your. I already told you, but you did a good job. Good job on the podcast. And I gave you a thumbs up on that 60-second or whatever where you're saying that you were on the podcast. I'm just on here venting, really. Just venting. Man, I feel rough. See that headlight? I don't know whose headlight that is. I hope it's this big truck. Let him go by me. Yeah, man. I've done. I did one. I got to pop his cherry. I was the first, but I've done Jordy Preppers, I think 4 or 5 times, and I've been on Marfukel a couple times. So it's kind of old hat to me, but I was telling Terrence, I said, man, I think I'd like to do podcasts. They're more fun than doing lives. But I think he's going to do well. He might actually turn into something. Did you hear about the White House staffer shooting the gay porn and getting fired for it? He was having anal and him and a dude, I don't know, somewhere in the Capitol, and they filmed it, and then he posted it on a site for gay politicians and lost his job. That kid will never ever work in politics again. Excuse me. But it made me think of Terrence. The video, the thing, it made me think of Terrence, you know. He's trying to kill me. Yeah. Well, I'm black now. So. But no, you did good. I think he should have more YouTubers on. It is nasty, but like I said, it made me think of Terrence automatically. Terrence is kind of pretty, you know. You ought to go get on one of his live streams. I think he's got all the bugs worked out now. I got him a TikTok creator. They're going to come on, and they'll do good. But he said he talked to Guns Coast to Coast. He's supposed to do one. Yeah. I was in a gun store today. I saw a real sweet staccato, $2,500. And they're sexy, but I'm too poor, but even if I had the money, I don't know if I'd drop $2,500 on a handgun. I'd be hard pressed to drop $2,500 on a long gun. All these trips home, I either do a live feed or try to talk to somebody to keep my mind occupied, because I zone out. Shit. I've been dealing with dizzy spells and nausea. Kind of like you're having a heart attack. It sucks, man. Thank God the world don't spin, it does this. And I'd much rather have this as that. That sucks. You can't put your foot on the ground and make it stop. Okay, hold on, boys and girls. Glad y'all can't see my speedometer. Safety Sally would crawl in my a-hole for this one. I was tired when I did the podcast. Bored with guns. Yeah, well, you say that, but you won't give me any. I keep telling you, I got a birthday coming up. I need a real swift handgun. Not since I sold mine. And I'd like to have an AR-10. 308. Send them to me. I got a gun dealer you can send them to, and he'll call me and I'll go pick it up. I want a good gun. I've carried Glocks for years. Oh, guns? Yeah, I guess so. he should. I mean, he told him he'd do one, so he ought to do it. You know, if you tell a man something, I don't know. I'm the kind of guy, if I tell you I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, period. Or you don't, you know, I keep my word, you know, regardless. I've got extra heartbeats and no blood, and I have multiple extra heartbeats. And they didn't want to give me a pacemaker or anything. I don't know. I tried to get my doctor to put me back on a water pill. He said he didn't want to because he thought it'd be hard on my kidneys because of the type 2 diabetes. I was on them once before. He didn't have a problem giving them to me. So I had a whole bottle. And when you have type 2 diabetes, you piss blood all the time. It doesn't stop. And might not be a ton, but enough. And I started taking them water pills, man, and it all cleared up. And but I just don't feel good ever. And I'm small. I'm smaller than you. I think I'm a little bigger frame, but like I've seen your video. Of course, you can't see me because I always wear, you know, what I wear, but I'm smaller than you are right now. I got a little bit of gut still left. I figured the water pill will get the rest of that. But I don't, you know, everybody says if you lose weight, you feel better. That's a lie. I felt better when I weighed 280 than I do now, and I weigh probably 230. Maybe. I might not even weigh that. And I've had hiccups for 4 days straight this week. They just don't stop. Got a hiatal hernia. Well, see, that's why you got to send me, you know, a cig or something. I want a cig, I do, but I just, damn, that money. I'd like to have a staccato. They're sexy, but like I say, I ain't paying that cash. But I'd like to have a cig. I'd like to have a compact cig. And I don't think they're any better than the Glock. It's just the way the grip is in my eyesight. I think I could shoot. Well, I shot one a while back. I could outshoot myself with my own Glock. So I sold my Glock. I got rid of it. But I got about 20 mags for a Glock. It's at the house. No Glock. See, if I'm like this, I'm talking, I'm not thinking about how sick I am. And it's killing me. It's absolutely wearing me out. Stay healthy. Oh, by the way, I've taken that there Hep Keto just like you. I didn't take it as seriously as you do, but I've had it. That's my, yeah, I know. I can't. You know, I'm glad well, I got a buddy, he's a hop keto instructor. He's a 2nd degree black belt, and he's a knife guy too. It's just that blade just don't travel 1,440 feet per second. Granted, if you get up on somebody, you're going to cut them all to pieces. You are that. He kept trying to tell me he could stab me before I could shoot him. And we had a dummy pistol, and I shot the dog shit out of him. I could draw and shoot him quicker than he could stab me. But then I mean, listen, I ain't Wyatt Earp. I am not. But not many people are. I mean, I'm fluid. And what was funny, he had me come to a class, and he had about 30 people there. And back when I had my security company, and he was doing the whole knife thing, and I stood up in front of his class and I said, I am not a martial arts guy. I am not. I'm just a dude. I said, but today you're going to see me shoot a 2nd degree black belt repeatedly before he can stab me. And I shot him repeatedly. And I think I embarrassed him. But I think I don't want to know how to knife fight. I do not. Knives, they don't scare me, but getting sliced up just don't do nothing for me. But I just want to throw up, because when you're gonna get butchered, and more than likely you're gonna die. I mean, if you're fighting with a knife, you're probably gonna die, unless you're fighting somebody that don't have a knife. And I know you cut them in the thighs and all that, and I know, but I'd rather just shoot you. I know everybody says, well, what if you can't get your gun? Well, what if you can't get your knife, So. But either way, you should know self-defense. You should always know self-defense. And you're right. You should have tools in your toolbox. And, you can't always solve your problems with a gun. I get all that. I do. But I don't even like cutting my finger. And then you think about, honest to God, getting sliced and diced. Nope, don't want no part of that. Sorry, I'm a puss. I do not want any of that at all. There's the Popo man. Hope he don't get out behind me. Bring your knife to a gunfight. Yeah, well, yeah. But if you got to be quiet and all that, better to cut somebody's throat, just shoot them in the chest. I get it. I have seen some people filleted, and that just shoot me. Just shoot me. And I'll be good, Just yes me. Right in the face, I'll be good with it. Oh yeah, I know, but you know what? You say what you want. I would rather get face fucked by a porcupine is to square off with Steven Seagal. As big and fat as he is now, I would not want any of that. Oh yeah, there's no doubt. Oh yeah, if you're getting cut, you're screwed. But people say what they want about Mr. Seagal, but he's a bad man. He is good at what he does. Even as old and fat as he is, he's going to break something. I know it. It is, but yeah. Well, like Mr. Seagal, I was saying, he's going to break shit on your body that's going to hurt a lot. And my buddy, I'm sitting there trying to think of his name right now to save my life. I can't think of his first name. And I know his name as well as I know my own. He'd say, let me show you a move. And I'd say, don't touch me, dude. Don't. Because it's going to hurt. I got a healthy respect. Please. He told me, he said, put me in a headlock. I got to be in the dark for a minute. I got the Popo man behind me. I got him in a headlock. And thankfully, I'm smart enough. I tuck my thumbs in. I ain't gonna, if you leave that out, they're going to break it off. And I got him he leaned forward and I locked under him. And then I stretched out as far as I could so he couldn't get hold of your body parts. And finally, we had stretched out far enough that we just fell to the floor. He bit me to get out of it. I asked him, I said, why'd you bite me? He said, hey, you're making me look bad. And I did. Hell, like I say, second degree black belt. I had him in a headlock he couldn't get out of. And I just held on. But Joe, his name's Joe. And Joe, I know for a fact, if he can get a hold of one of my body parts, I'm going to cry. And there were girls there, and I didn't want to cry in front of girls. But I tell you what, the guy that taught Joe, his instructor, whatever you call him, like sensei or whatever, he's a 4th or 5th degree black belt in Hapkido. And at the time, I weighed 310 pounds. I was fat. And I walked in his class, and I can be a smart ass sometimes. His name's Woody. And I said, Woody, I said, you know that fancy heart punch? Everybody, you know, the death, where they tap you in the chest? He said, yeah. I said, let's see it. He said, what do you mean? I said, I'm a big boy. Hit me with it. I said, if you're what you say you are, you should know, you know, how not to kill me. And he backed me up to a pad that was about 8 or 10 inches thick. He started breathing like a perverted Darth Vader. And when he hit me, he was about that far from my chest. And when he hit me, the first thing that hit that mat was the back of my head. And my lights went out instantaneously. Bloop. I was gone. But by the time my feet hit the pad, my eyes, I was conscious again. And I was laughing because it didn't hurt. But it was funny. I enjoyed it. And so I got up and I said, are you going to do it for real? Or, you know, we're just going to slap me? And I know how to, I knew the guy. I knew how to make him mad, you know. And I said, look, if you're not going to do it for real, you know, I don't want to play. And he said, get up. He started breathing, you know. I guess his chi or what, I don't know all that stuff. And when he hit me the second time, I'm fairly certain my heart stopped. Well, I know it did. Because he knocked my heart out of rhythm. It was out of rhythm for months. And I was laughing. I was laying there because I'm like I say, it does not hurt. Where as big as I am, it didn't hurt. And it shut me down. Well, thumb push. He hit me the third time. He just hit me because he hurt me that time because I was being a smart ass. But yeah, man, martial arts. I don't have, I guess, ADHD or whatever. I don't have the patience, you know, because every move's got 13 different variations, and I can't. I just don't have the patience for all that shit. If you're going to show me one move over and over and over and I can learn it and then go to the next variant, I can do that. But they want to I know why they show you so much, is so you keep coming back to learn. But it drives me nuts. But I'd learned escorting techniques when I was doing my security company, so I could break arms and stuff really quick. Yeah, yeah, I didn't want to cry at all. But yeah, man, he jacked me up. And when he hit me, it didn't hurt. Like I say, it didn't hurt. But he was lightning fast. And every time he'd hit me, literally, it was like a breaker going off. My lights would go off. And when he hit me the second time, when he hit me, I could feel my heart wiggle. I knew he'd done whatever he was going to do. But I was laughing because it didn't hurt, but it kind of made me high. And for a second, let's see. Touch of death is a great. No, that touch of death, that death, that's real, man. If you know, I mean, I don't know if you can kill a man doing it, but you sure booger him up. He did it. I had to go to the doctor. I told my doctor what happened. He told me I was stupid for letting him do it. Let's see, perverted Darth. Well, he did, man. I mean, Woody, I get a lot of that, but a lot of that's hype. Yeah, I think it is. I got to turn this off for a minute. I guess if you believe it, it works. You know, it's like he hit me one time, threw me or something. It buggered up my back, and he said, "I can fix this." And lay hands on it. It didn't do anything for me. But I believe if you believe it, it does. I'm sure. You know, if I don't keep that light off, I'm gonna kill myself. There ain't no street lights out here. But he could get a hold of you. he could make you do whatever he wanted you to do. I mean, and but I think, but he was the kind of person, in my opinion, he needed. I think he needed his ego stroked. And there's a lot of people out there like that. Gun instructors, anybody, martial arts or whatever. There's people out there that he was good at what he did. There's no doubt, but I don't think I could beat him I couldn't beat him in a straight up fight. I couldn't beat him, but I could take a ball back. He wasn't that. I mean, he couldn't. He wasn't that good. I didn't think. But Joe, yeah, man, tall, slender fella. He'd kick you in the head, then break your arm off and beat you to death with it. I knew not to run up and try to tackle him, because if I did, he'd make me cry. I always kept, we're buddies, but he'd come up and shake my hand, and I wouldn't touch him. Like, there's no way. Yeah. Like I say, Joe would say, "Hey, how you doing?" And he'd reach out his hand, shake my hand. I'd say, "I'm not touching him." And he'd just laugh, because he knew. But I also knew if he got a hold of me, I mean, he wasn't going to hurt me, but he was going to hurt me. And I'd say, you're not going to make me cry in front of everybody. Because he would absolutely make me cry, and then I'd be embarrassed. So, no, man, I know you're doing it. It's a good deal. And, problem with martial arts, it takes so long to learn, to get proficient, and but my thinking as a prepper, and you correct me if you think I'm wrong, is that I don't want you to get close enough to me. I'd rather reach out and touch you at 600 or 700 yards before you get close enough to me that I have to go hands on with you. But see, you're still young enough you can go hands on. I'm not young like that. We go hands on now, I'd probably have a heart attack. So I'd rather lay behind a tree and shoot you in the butt. And I don't want you to get close to me. And like I say, most people, it's like, was it Krav Maga? That's some nasty shit too, but if you're that close to me, I'm just gonna and not worry about it, honestly, because I don't want no part of it at all. And everybody says, well, you can't solve your problems with them. But you can. I mean, if that's going to be the outcome either way. I'd much rather reach out and touch you. But better than that, I'd rather just hug you and give you a kiss on the cheek and pat you on the bottom until you go home. Much rather do that. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I need some of your products. You probably need to mail me something. I just don't know what I need. Man, I'm sick. You always talk to me when you're, I think, I told Terrence the other day, I said, every time I call and talk to him, I said, he's in the bathtub playing with his duck. And he thought I was kidding. I said, I swear to you. That must be the only time you do your socializing. No, tell me Merry Christmas. I don't do Happy Holidays. Merry Christmas. I'm not PC. You have a blessed night. Stay safe. Well, 4 in, 2 thumbs up. I appreciate it. And the rest of you folks have a great night. And I'm going to jump off from here. I got one buddy to stop and see before I go over the mountain. Hope y'all have a wonderful Christmas. I started to say Thanksgiving. Hope y'all have a wonderful Christmas. Stay safe. Enjoy whoever you're with. Eat a lot. Stay healthy. Mainly stay healthy. I love y'all. More videos coming soon. God willing and the creek don't rise. That is my 2 cents. Please remember, your glass is always half full and never half empty. Keep praying for you, and you keep praying for me. I love y'all. Bye-bye.